Today on AskBloop, Tasteful finally gets a release date. Welcome to AskBloop, more of bloopanimations.com. It's Friday and it's time for your questions. But before I jump into the regular questions, there is one question I've been saving for this time. And that is, when is Tasteful coming out? You guys have been asking about that many times, and I couldn't answer that because we didn't know the answer. Well, we have just released the official trailer for the film, and in it we have also announced the release date. So if you've seen it already, feel free to skip the next minute or so, but if you haven't, here is the trailer for Tasteful along with the release date. Yes, we are officially releasing Tasteful next month on December 19th, and I'll talk about how to buy it and what can you expect from it on a separate video. But for now, mark your calendars for the 19th and start getting excited. And now for the questions. How did you decide what the final look of Tasteful is going to be? Well, I never really know for sure what my film is going to look like when they're done until I get to the compositing stage. But I did have some concept art done in which I directed the artists into what I envisioned for the film. And then I tried to recreate that in 3D. After I get to compositing though, there's always going to be changes. And I slowly discover what I want the film to look like as I go through compositing and color correction. For me, it's more of an intuitive process and I just play with it until I get something that I like. With Tasteful, I was aiming for a 70s look that was a little washed out and full of pinks and purples, as well as a lot of fall colors for the park and the trees. I'm really happy with how it came out at the end, but it was a grueling process getting there. Do you feel like VR is going to revolutionize 3D animation? I think it will revolutionize 3D in general, bringing a lot more people into the industry, since there's going to be a lot of demand for modelers and animators, but I don't think it's going to do much for the animation film industry. We saw it with 3D glasses. It was a nice addition, but it didn't really make much of a difference in the industry. I still think people will enjoy watching films on a screen, and even if that screen is going to be projected into their visor in VR, they're still going to be watching a movie that is inside a widescreen rectangle of some sort, like a TV or a movie theater screen. It's just a bit much to experience an entire movie like you're inside of it in virtual reality style. Now, it is going to happen for sure, but it's going to be more of a novelty than the way most of us consume our content on a day-to-day basis, I think. Now there are a few questions about me and how I make money from this channel or from films, so I'll just answer them all together. Are you a full-time animator? If so, how do you get paid if you're self-employed? Do you make a living animating on YouTube? And is Bloop your main source of income? So yes, Bloop is my main source of income. I don't make a living animating on YouTube because if you haven't noticed, it takes me a few years to make just one film. Nor do I really make money from YouTube views. I do make some money from it, but it's a tiny, tiny portion of my income. I make most of the revenue from the Bloop Animation business, which is our learning platform with all of our awesome courses and books. Making movies is a big part of what Bloop focuses on, but it's not what brings the money. As for whether I'm a full-time animator, obviously not. I only animate on my own projects, and that takes a very small portion of my time. Most of my work time is focused on running the business, the studio, and this channel, supervising the making of Tasteful, recording these shows, marketing, course creation, and a lot more. That's all the questions for today. If you have one, post it in the comment section below. Don't forget, Tasteful comes out on the 19th of next month, so make sure to watch that. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next week.